Yes, 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 y'all.
I am not prepared.
I could totally hear you saying that, but that was great. Welcome to Poetic Radio, y'all. Episode 104. We're here at the UTM campus. We promote local music, local artists, local businesses, and we talk to people that are interesting with different career paths. And this is the first time that I actually have somebody with a different career path that's interesting that I wanted to talk to about. It's a good friend of ours. What's your name again? I'm just joking.
Do you think I'm interesting, honey? Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
you're a teacher. You're teaching the next generation of people.
Thank you so much for considering me to be an interesting person. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for sorry.
My name is Mariam, by the way, if you didn't know.
I know, I'm just messing with you. Anyways, guys, just had to get the awkward jitters out there. So, Mariam, how you doing? How's your day?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm living. I'm thriving.
Yeah.
Did you work today? Earlier on?
No.
When you like, how often do you work? Like when it comes to teaching?
Are you talking about the restaurant?
Yeah, I'm talking about the teaching thing. Sorry.
Restaurant teaching? Which one?
Teaching.
Okay. Well, because I am a supply teacher right now, I get to choose when I want to work. So I'm usually working, I would say, 2 to 3 times a week. It really depends on when people post job positions or whenever they're going to be away. It's really slow from like September to November, but then it usually picks up around December to March, and then it slows down after that again.
Is this like substitute teaching?
Yeah.
And how long have you been substitute teaching for?
A couple of months now.
So you just started?
Well, yeah, like I just started because like working as a supply teacher. Before that, I was still in education. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I used to work as an ECE, which is an early childhood educator.
Yes,
with
right.
Peel District School Board and Waterloo District School Board.
Waterloo?
Yeah.
Cool.
I went all the way to Waterloo in Cambridge.
Damn.
Like, can you imagine?
Yeah.
I am like, I hate working. I'm not working. I hate
That's
driving.
it, folks. Don't be a teacher, just joking.
I hate driving so much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like, driving to Cambridge, 45 minutes every single day is not going to be a problem. But it turns out it was a huge problem for me. And I knew this was going to be an issue, me driving. I hate it.
How long were you doing that for, like driving to Cambridge and all?
So I started from September to mid-March, and then I'm like, this is too much for me. I cannot keep doing this, so I resigned my role.
How many days would you be going there every week?
So when I was working as an ECE, I wasn't supplying. I had something called an LTO, which is like a contract position. So it varies. You can have a contract position from September to December, full year, September to June, or whatever. It really just varies. LTO timings and whatever. So I had one from September to March, and I had the option to, keep going until June, but I'm like, guys, like I literally cannot be doing this. Like I cannot be driving this distance that much. So I'm like, I am just gonna keep supplying. If you guys need me, here's my phone number, here's my email, whatever. I am open to supplying, but I cannot continue my role until June. And at the time it was it was peak COVID, and I was distance learning kindergarten. So
you were what? Sorry,
I was teaching kindergarten, but distance learning.
What's distance learning?
So
like online kind of?
Yeah,
okay.
online kindergarten. So
damn,
that's
that must be hard to keep kids in front of a computer.
Oh my gosh,
damn.
It was definitely a struggle, and definitely, but it was like, you know what? It was. I always say like it was a learning curve, but it was an experience. It was definitely an experience, and I'm very glad that I did it because now I know how like the different things that I can do in the classroom that I did virtually that, can like go
transfer.
Transfer exactly. Yeah, that's a word.
Interesting.
But,
so, sorry, when you said back to the Cambridge thing, like how many days a week were you going there, like during that period? Like,
every day.
Every day? So 5 days a week you'd be driving to Cambridge from September to March? Damn.
Yeah.
True. And what were you, what does LTO stand for, first of all?
Long-term occasional.
Long-term occasional?
Yeah.
What's the occasion? What's the occasion?
So so LTO, long-term occasional, just basically means that you're still occasional staff. You're not permanent. You're not a contract staff. But you're there for a long period of time. So long-term. So like I said, LTOs can vary.
Uh-huh.
From September to December, September to June, March to June, really depends on the position itself and when that permanent teacher or permanent contract teacher leaves and when they decide to come back, yada, yada.
Then your job is done, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was when you were doing the early childhood care, September. Okay. And what grade, like, is that senior kindergarten or whatever?
So kindergarten is junior kindergarten and senior kindergarten combined. So there's no more like...
Oh, no way. They don't got two different things anymore? Interesting.
No. It's whether you're... It doesn't matter. If you're senior kindergarten, you're still with the juniors. If you're in junior kindergarten, you're still with the seniors. It's just together.
But it's 1 year and then you go to grade 1. Like
it's two. So it's... kindergarten is 2 years. Junior kindergarten, senior kindergarten. But like it's also optional. You don't have to go to kindergarten, but it's obviously recommended that you do. Because, you gain all those social...
skills
social skills, interactions with your peers, and then you also get the experience of being in a classroom so that you're ready or more prepared for grade 1, so you have an understanding of what to expect.
Damn. So you're kindergarten to grade 6 certified, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that a recent thing?
So I just graduated Teachers College in May.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm
going to insert a little round of applause after when I find
Thank you.
You just graduated Teachers College in this past semester?
Past May, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you. It was a huge waiting game after I graduated, because once you graduate you have to apply to something called the Ontario College of Teachers, where they actually certify you.
Okay.
And that took a very long time.
So that's what you graduated from this May, right?
I graduated Teachers College in May.
Okay.
But I got certified officially by my college, because to work in Ontario as a teacher, you have to be certified by that college. That college is basically like they just take all of your documents, like your transcripts, where you went to school, look at your grade. I don't think they look at your grades. Oh, they might. I don't remember. But they basically just take all of your transcripts. They look it over and say, okay, you did go to Teachers College. You did do your undergrad. We can certify you.
Interesting.
It's kind of like, I guess it's a way. I don't know. I guess I do see the purpose of it.
You kind of like vet the person, right?
I get it. It's also like, protecting the public as well, making sure that the
right
teachers teachers in the classroom are actually certified to do the work that they do. But it's the same thing with nurses, same thing. I think doctors as well. I'm not too sure. But a lot of careers and a lot of professions also have their own college that they have to apply to and
pass or get the credit from. What is the name of that college again?
Ontario College of Teachers.
Ontario College of Teachers. And where did you go before that?
So I did my undergrad at York University.
Shout out York.
Shout out York University. And then I did Teachers College at Medaille University in Buffalo, New York.
You went to Buffalo for school? Damn.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that is the order of the way you did it. You went to York, and then you went to Medaille in Buffalo, and then you went to the Ontario Teaching College, whatever it's called. What did you take in York University?
I did Bachelor's of Arts and Humanities.
Okay.
Initially, I had wanted to do Children's Studies.
Children's Studies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Children's Studies. But then I slowly realized
what?
that the university life was just, it was crazy. Like, I love teaching and I love being in that classroom environment, but university is just different. It's a different vibe. It's a different feel. And I just wanted to be done more quickly, I think. And, get on the path of where I wanted to be more quickly. And humanities got me there. It was like a 3-year degree versus a 4-year. So I'm like, you know what? Let me do my 3 years. Let me graduate, go to Teachers College right away, and then start working in my field as soon as possible. So
that's amazing. Wait, the children's studies, did you actually take that, or did you you were considering it but you didn't take it?
I was considering it. I actually also applied to that program too, but I'm like, you know what, it really interested, like I love that type of like coursework and whatnot, and I really wanted to do it. But like I said, like I wanted something a little bit quicker, a little bit, you know, gets me to where I wanted to be a lot quicker. So I did humanities. I accepted my offer for humanities, and then I just took children's studies courses.
Interesting. Okay.
While I was in the program, so that, you know, I got the best of both worlds, I guess.
Nice. Well, so why did you choose humanities, like specifically?
It was, so at the time when I was looking at the program and like the different courses that I would need to take while I'm in that program, they're quite interesting. There were courses like, and it was like very, it was based around a lot of different courses that related to culture, you know, like a lot of sociology type of courses as well. Things that really got you to understand different perspectives. Like I even took like a introduction to women's media course or something like that.
Interesting. Yeah.
Which I would never like, you know, think twice about taking. But I saw it in one of, I don't know how I saw it. I don't know how I came across it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going
like
with this.
It's kind of like a break from your other classes, right? Like
I think so. Like that, right? I think so. Yeah. I think I had the option between that and something else, and I'm like, Yeah. If I were never in this program, I would never have come across this course. I would never, you know, think about looking for a course like this. Until it was like right in front of me and I had to choose. But
and right now you're a woman in media, technically.
Oh my gosh,
that's amazing. So during this whole time that you're in York in the humanities program, did you, in the back of your mind, you were wanting to be a teacher this whole entire time?
Yeah, I think I didn't know how much I wanted to become an Ontario certified teacher until I was in ECE and I was working as an early childhood educator. I think that being in that environment and working in that role made me want to do a lot more and to, you know, better myself and, you know, be in that same environment but work with older kids, get that feel of how it's like working with, you know, the older kids, stuff like that.
So you made the decision while you were doing early childhood that you wanted to teach older kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not like necessarily teach the older kids, but like open more doors for myself if I do want to change or because working as an ECE, you're in kindergarten and only in kindergarten within the school boards. But you can also work in childcare centers, working with infants, toddlers, preschoolers. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What like when did you first in your life realize you wanted to get into teaching or like that's something you wanted to do? Like, was that, like, when did you first decide you wanted to get into teaching? Like, is that something you've always wanted to do, like, since you're in high school and stuff?
Rennie, didn't you just ask me that question?
No, not exactly. I'm saying, like, before. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Great. Okay. That's amazing. Okay, let me ask a different question. What are some things that students look forward to when they go into a classroom?
Well, you know what? I think that question, I actually love that question.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about that question a lot because when you're in the classroom and when you are the teacher in the classroom, you really have to like get to know your students inside and out. So depending also, I feel like it depends on the age that you're teaching as well and the grade that you're teaching. The younger kids, what excites them is things that make them like move. things
Make
that
them move?
Yeah, like literally, like
active, like physical
active
moves?
stuff,
Oh,
like
interesting.
being like physical in the classroom and doing things to like get them up off their feet excites them so much.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whereas the older kids, like grade maybe 4, 5, 6, the things that excite them have a lot to do with like being around their peers and socializing with their peers and doing like things with their peers, if that makes sense.
That's awesome, yeah.
Like, I don't know, it really depends, like group work or like group like, or like just time that you allocate to like for them to
socialize
or like that. Like, I remember when I was in a grade 5, 6 classroom, what they looked forward to the most was that 15 to 20 minutes that they would get every single day to do whatever they want in the classroom with their peers. Like, it was like that break time. They didn't want to do anything active. They didn't want to...
Just wanted to chill.
They just
basically.
wanted to chill.
Yeah.
That's what they looked forward to.
Interesting.
But yeah, it depends, I think.
So when you say like, obviously you gotta know your kids inside and out and stuff like that, as you substitute teach, right? Like, how many days do you go into like the same classroom? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't think that so far I haven't been in the same classroom
More than once,
because
okay.
like when you supply teach, you are supply teaching for the entire board. So you're supply teaching for whoever needs to be away in Mississauga, Brampton, Caledon. Mississauga, Brampton, Caledon,
Is that the 3 places that you go out to? Okay.
So far I haven't been in the same classroom twice. I mean, twice.
Yeah, more than once.
But
interesting. And does it like so it ranges, like one day you could be in a grade 6 class and the next day you could be in a grade 2 class?
Yeah. And the good thing about it is you get to choose. Like, you get to choose when you want to work, what jobs you pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like elementary schools and stuff, like each class is like, you're teaching all the subjects, right? There's not like, oh, this is like a science class or anything like that. Interesting. What do you like teaching the most? What subjects is your favorite?
That's a hard one. Because I guess it also ranges too.
Okay.
Like, if I am in a primary classroom, kindergarten to grade 3, I absolutely love doing science with them. Science is like a huge thing that I love doing with them because it's also they're still very young, so a lot of it's still very inquiry based, and they're using their hands, using like, you know, a lot of manipulatives to learn whatever they're learning in science. But then when it comes to the junior grades, grade 4 to 6, I love doing math with them. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's just like, it's always, I guess it's because like you're building every single year, you're building on top of like what they already know, and it's just like amazing to me how you know, like, it's just amazing how when you see students and when you're trying to teach them something and like seeing how like they're working in their own heads and trying to remember what they did the previous years and what they remember doing, and then them finally understanding like how things are going together. It's cool.
No,
I don't know,
really
and
cool.
I feel like math is like the big thing. That you like, it's just one of those subjects where you see that the most. I feel. I don't know.
No, math is definitely something that so are you, when it comes to 4 to 6, are you like doing long division yet? Like, how does what stage of math are you on?
Oh my gosh, I hate long division. I remember when I was learning that, it was like, it's a process. Long division is a lot. You have to spend a good amount of time with long division. Same thing with multiplication. I mean, when you get, do
you guys have the multiplication table in the classroom and stuff?
Yeah.
Is there, you know what
like the
1 to 12?
Yeah.
My mom used to like make me look at that all the time.
It's fine. I hated math when I was in school. I hated it, but I love teaching it.
That's interesting. I love math. That's crazy.
It's like one of the worst subjects for me as a kid.
Really?
But I love it now.
That's awesome. Do you find, do you have any class clowns? Do you come across any class clowns?
Oh my gosh.
Is there a couple in every classroom?
There's always a couple in
Yeah,
every
yeah.
classroom. They get funnier and funnier when they get older.
Actually,
for sure.
that's hilarious.
And I try my best not to
laugh?
with
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Because
because that's
like, I
hilarious.
shouldn't be laughing. This is like, I am the professional.
Yeah.
Do not laugh
That's
with these
hilarious.
kids. No. But yeah, no, it's funny. It's cute. My brother is also in Teachers College right now, same school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did grade 1 first, and now he's in grade 4.
Okay.
And he was telling me it's so funny. Like, it's the when they're in grade 1, they're still like, they love you.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like grade 1 to 3, they still love you. They still say hi to you all the time.
Yeah.
They're still so like excited to be in the
That's
classroom.
amazing,
And
yeah.
then like, you know, when they get older,
They're
they're
like,
coming into their own. They're like, yeah, school. Yeah, my teacher, whatever. Like, obviously. But yeah, he was telling me, I don't know what I don't remember the conversation exactly, but one of the kids was like, thanks, Dad. Or
To you?
Hi, no, to my brother.
Oh.
He's like, thanks, Dad. Thank you, Dad. You're the best dad. And my brother's like, okay. Like,
you know what? It's funny you're saying that because I was just thinking when you said that about grade 1 and how they're excited to see you all the time. You're one of the kids' like first other parent in
Yeah,
their life. Like you're like the
exactly.
third parents, and like that's just how it is, and that's why that kid probably called your brother Dad.
no, it's cute.
That's
It's cute.
hilarious. So your brother's in Teachers College right now,
Yeah.
but what do you mean by he's doing 1 and 4? Because in Teachers College you're also going in and actively like teaching,
So,
kind of thing.
I'm not too sure about how the other teachers' colleges are. I can only talk about Madai. I feel like a lot of people that I know that went to UFT, their teachers' college, they did like student placements throughout their whole 2 years.
Okay.
So I think they had like, I
Oh,
don't know.
wow.
I'm not too sure exactly, but I know they had like a couple of them, like
Yeah.
every semester or like one every semester. I'm not too sure. Versus Madai, the only student placements that we had were 2 at the end of our year.
Okay.
So from January to May, you are doing your student placements and then you're done. So after you finish your student placements, you're done Teachers College. And throughout so from January to May, when I was doing my student placements, I was placed in a grade 1 classroom and a grade 5-6 split classroom.
Okay.
And each placement is about 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're there for the whole entire 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Like 5 days a week?
So 6 weeks in grade 1, 6 weeks in grade 5-6.
And are you like a teacher's assistant at that point, kind of thing, or you're like
you're the student teacher in the classroom.
Oh, they call it a
but
student,
like
okay.
you're obviously at that point, you know what you're doing, and you know like because you learned everything in Teachers College. You know what you know about curriculum. You know how to interact with the students, hopefully, with the parents. You know how to basically they give you the tools that you need in order to be fully prepared for student teaching. So I would say you're honestly like you are still the student teacher, but you're more of a co-teacher at that point. Like you're co-teaching in the classroom. Yeah.
Interesting. So when curriculum, like that's one of the most important things. What do you think is one of the most important things you're learning in Teachers College? Is it more curriculum based or dealing with kids kind of based, or they kind of go hand in hand?
I think one of the most important things that I learned in Teachers College is how to classroom manage 100%.
Interesting.
So just, you know, how to properly organize your classroom in a way where students understand that there's structure, because structure is very important to them. Like no
for
matter
sure.
how old you are, having
Yeah.
structure in your day is extremely important. And like having that creates an environment for the students where they, you know, they feel that they are in an environment that's welcoming,
Yeah.
that's like they can be their authentic selves. They have the opportunities to, you know, interact and learn and do whatever they need to do in the classroom. And classroom management and like learning about that in teachers college really for me was very important and really prepared me for life after school and in the field. Gave me the tools that I needed to,
Nice.
you know, be successful in the classroom and like give students what they need in that
That's
time.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that makes sense.
no,
Sometimes I don't know what the.
I get it. No, that's amazing. And do you feel like are you trying to get into like a permanent kind of role, like teaching wise, or are you kind of just gonna go with the supply teaching?
I
for a
think
bit?
that's everyone's goal.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people that I know, that's what they, you know, that's what they want.
Yeah.
Like having like a stable job that they can go to every single
Mm-hmm.
day. With supply teaching, it can be very difficult, but it also has its pros 100%.
What are some of the pros?
Pros, you get to choose when you want to work.
That's true.
Right?
Fair. Yeah.
And where you want to work,
Yeah.
what grade you want to teach. But it can also be very difficult because you pick up whatever job comes to you and you want to take, and you're jumping from one place to another every single day if you choose to work every single day.
Yeah.
And like, you know, not every single school is the same. All schools do something a little bit differently. So it's like, you know, adjusting every single day to something new or something different. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people, when they get into teaching, that is what their initial end goal is, to, you know, be set somewhere
Yeah.
for the long term.
I guess that's why you kind of got to do supply teaching before you land a permanent thing, because you kind of feel out what you like and what fits you,
Exactly,
and you learn all
right?
those different experiences,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Interesting. What's like the average timeline do you think that people stay supply teaching until they choose to or get the opportunity for like a more permanent job?
Yeah, so it's crazy because the timeline that I'm being told now is you gotta supply for at least 3 years.
Okay.
And then you can start, or that's when principals and administrators start, you know, looking at your resume, looking at your application if you are applying to those permanent roles or whatever. Because now it's open to everyone. Before, what had happened was you had to, so after supply teaching, you apply to the LTO list.
Okay.
And then after you're on the LTO list, you can start applying to those permanent positions. But now there's no such thing as an LTO list. Permanent positions, LTO positions are open to everyone. So supply teachers, no matter how much experience you have, can still apply to it. Still apply to permanent contract positions and LTO positions. Which, for me, I like that. I feel like that, you know... I personally like that because that gives me the opportunity to get what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But I can definitely understand the backlash that has come up because so many teachers that have way more years of experience than me have been working towards getting on an LTO list for years, and then working towards permanent contract positions for years, and now that doesn't matter.
it. Yeah, that's
all
pretty
those
annoying.
years that they put in don't matter.
Yeah.
So I completely understand their anger, or their sad, or why they would be upset over something like that. But I mean, yeah,
When
I get it.
When
But
did they cut that off? Like when they said like you don't need to be on the LTO list anymore?
I think it's been 2 years now. I could be wrong. I think it's been 2 years since there hasn't been an they call it regulation 2 something. I forget the other two numbers. But the regulation 2 blah blah blah.
2.7.
Not 275, I think, or something like that. That regulation is basically, there's no need for an LTO list. No.
So just about the time you started Teachers College, eh?
So, yeah.
Did you bribe somebody or something?
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything. But
good job. Thank you. Thank you
Do not
on
get me in
behalf of all
trouble.
teachers. That's crazy. That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Great. What advice would you give to somebody who is thinking about getting into teaching? And don't say to not do it.
I would say, you know what? Just be prepared. Be prepared for the road ahead of you, because it's not easy. It's definitely not easy getting to where you want to be. And it's a long road. So just be prepared for that road ahead. And also, you know, just stay positive. Don't give up. Don't, you know, don't feel like you're never going to get to where you need to be, because you will. It's just, you know, it's just a process.
True.
And keep as many doors as you possibly can open. Get as much experience as you can as possible. Because like you said, the more experience that you have, you'll understand what you want to do more and where you want to be more and the environment that you want to be more. Yeah.
Like, do you feel there's like a shortage of teachers?
Oh my gosh, 100%.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a day. So when I was when I was doing my placement, student teaching placement, my associate teachers, my mentor teachers, whenever they would take the day off, they'd put in their absence into the system. They would go out, whatever. I think they took about, like, while I was there, maybe at least 3 to 4 days off, and not one day was there a supply teacher that came in for them.
Wow.
Not one day. And that's like normal. That's absolutely normal. Can you imagine like how many teachers put in an absence every single day across the board? Or they're taking just a personal day, whatever the day may be that they're putting in, doesn't matter. But like,
yeah, no, that's pretty crazy.
I'm pretty sure at least maybe like there's a handful of teachers in Mississauga, Brampton, Caledon, putting in an absence for that same day. And like 100% at least 1 or 2 or 3 of them get their job filled. Yeah. And the rest go unfilled.
And yeah, especially when it comes to like teaching kids and stuff, if you're sick, you're not gonna go and try to get them sick. Like it's not like
that would be the hope, that people don't come in when they're sick and get other people sick.
Oh man, so
like you have.
What?
Haven't you come into work a couple of times?
When I was sick?
Sick, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you've got me sick.
Actually, Jess came in sick, got me sick, got you sick. Oh no! Nice. Folks, do not come in if you got COVID or whatever the new thing is. When you said the teachers couldn't get somebody to fill in for them for those 3 days or whatever, what happens in that situation, like to the classroom? Like, do the kids still come to school? Obviously they do, right?
So in that situation, we try our hardest to get someone who's in the building to cover for that classroom. So whether it's a teacher librarian, usually they're the ones who, in my experience and at the schools that I've been to, they're the ones who usually try to come and cover in for that teacher.
Yeah.
It's either that or, unfortunately, some other people in the building who are not qualified to come in and fill that role. And when that does happen, when an unqualified person does come in and sub in for that teacher that's away, they're not doing the teaching, or they're not allowed to teach.
They're kind of just supervising?
They're basically supervising and just told to hand out worksheets or kind of just give instructions of what they need to do. Not allowed to do any of the teaching, which really...
That makes sense.
It makes sense, but like it also sucks.
But imagine you can learn from this janitor over here who just wants to like teach you. Like, who knows? Like,
but it sucks for the kids. Like, it really, really does. When there's no one available for them to come in that day, they're stuck. You can't really, that unqualified person can't really do much for the students other than supervise them and then give them instructions of what to do. Yeah, it just sucks.
So you think more people should try to become teachers, right? Or at least have an open mind to doing that?
100%. I feel like teaching is a wonderful, wonderful field. If you are someone who enjoys working and inspiring and, you know, and if you want to be a person in someone's life that, you know,
it's like a role model, or like somebody who's like helping you grow,
like supporting
kind of thing,
students, definitely think about teaching. Obviously with every single job there are its pros and cons, but I feel like with teaching there are a lot more pros.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
You change people's lives
For sure.
like, especially for me, because I'm primary junior certified, that age grade or that grade, those grades are, in my opinion, I feel like those are the years where you make a difference and influence students or children the most.
You're really shaping their life at that point.
100%. And like, can you imagine like just hearing, like, it's just the things that I hear on a regular basis like are so like heartwarming and so like beautiful, because like you never realize how much you do for students until you either one see them doing what you know you've taught them, or they come up to you and they tell you, or they express like how much they appreciate the things that you do, or like they tell you an experience that happened and then you're so proud of them because you taught them to do this and whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's a good feeling.
Damn.
It's just,
That's awesome. That's crazy. I feel like there's definitely not enough people out there that want to be a teacher, but like there definitely should be, because like you said, there's a crazy shortage of teachers, and like that's like one of the most important jobs in the world, right? Because like you're teaching people to be, you know, humans and like grow up and like have their own lives and careers and all that stuff. That's crazy. Wow. When's the last time that you were teaching, like in the supply form?
Last week.
What grades was it?
Last week it was a grade 1 classroom. Good school. I can't really say much.
Fair enough.
It was a good school, good kids. I mean, there's not much to, I mean, like I feel like every classroom runs generally the same. The things that are different are obviously the students, and you have to like, you know, get to know them as much as you possibly can that day, and you know, just like, I don't know what else you want me to say.
No, fair enough. And okay, so what do you think are some of the more challenging things that like students face in classrooms? I guess it varies depending on the grades and stuff, right? What have you seen and noticed that you think are some of the most challenging things?
The most challenging things in the classroom that I've seen or experienced are definitely resources for support.
Interesting. What can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so what I mean by resources and like support resources is every single student is different. Every single student needs certain things. And some of those things a teacher can't provide. So we need some sort of like outside help, or, you know, just support from outside of the classroom. And a lot of the times when we see that a student needs more support than we can give them, we're not able to do much. Like, we'll speak up, obviously, and advocate for that student, but ultimately it's not our, we can't do much after that unless someone else, you know, takes our words and takes what we're saying and like supports us that way. There's a lot of resources that we, like teachers in the classroom, need in order to support students that we're not given because of obvious reasons and obvious people in power at the moment who know and who have heard us and who have, you know, heard our cries for help, but refused to do anything about it.
What is an example of like, what is a resource that a student is lacking that they need that you say that a teacher can't provide? Like,
so one of the things that I've noticed a lot in the classrooms, most of the time teachers have at least 23, sometimes 25 students in the classroom, and we're in charge of, you know, teaching those full 25 students in the classroom. But sometimes in the classroom you might have one or two students who need you a little bit more or need a little bit more support from you, and you try to provide that for them. But it's still very difficult when you have 25 students in the classroom and there are a lot more students in the classroom that need you more than others. And what would be very helpful is our EAs in the classroom.
what's an EA?
Educational assistants.
Does every classroom have an EA?
No.
Okay.
And without those EAs, honestly, schools are not able to function. Classrooms are very difficult to run with only one teacher in there, especially when you know that your classroom and students need an extra support and an extra hand and extra educational assistance. Without them, it's very, very difficult to function properly and have a well-oiled, smooth machine going. And I lost my train. What was your question again? What are the supports needed?
Yeah.
So I think
specifically,
and every single teacher and every single person in the school building knows how important the role of an EA is, and those are the things that we're lacking in the classroom. To no fault of, you know, like, it's not that we can't have it. We can have it. But are we given the resources and the ability to place an EA in every single classroom or into every single classroom that needs one? No, of course not. Because of, like I said,
resources, like lack of funds that go into teachers' things. So do you think that every single classroom should have a teacher and an EA?
100%.
Like every single grade, from kindergarten to grade 8.
Yeah. Do you know what's happening in some of the schools right now?
I don't.
There's that, for like a K to 8 school, majority of the time they have at least 2 EAs. 2 EAs in the school.
Okay.
Or
like for the whole school?
For the whole school.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
Can you, like, there are so many students who, like I said, require extra support or need that extra, you know, need someone with them to, you know, help them grow, help them, help them just be, or get to where they want to be.
Yeah.
They need an extra person. And every school has at least, majority of the time, 5 classrooms per grade.
Okay.
So 5K classrooms, 5 grade 1, 5 2, 5 3, whatever. And within all of those classrooms up to grade 8,
it's like generally just one teacher, right?
There's one teacher per classroom, and like I said, there's majority of the time there are a lot of students within the classroom that need someone to assist them. Whether that's with education or just need someone, you know, to talk to, or just need that extra person to be there with them. And like 2 EAs in that school for all those classrooms is insane. And half of the time, the students are not getting what they need, not getting what they signed up for, or whatever it is. They're always like, unfortunately, left in the dark because no one's there, or no one can provide them with the help and the support that they need, because there's 2 EAs for the whole school, and they're like up to here.
So how
they have been stretched so thin.
Yeah.
And they do so much for schools and so much for the classrooms. And no one really seems to care. Like, no one sees that as a problem, that there are students who are not getting what they need. And they think that, being stretched out so thin is fine. They don't want to do much about it. And that's why they're on strike, because they deserve a lot more.
Are they still on strike right now?
I believe that they might be. I think they're doing a second. I think, from what I remember, they came to an agreement, a middle ground on pay. But I think that they are going to strike again because there hasn't been a solution for student supports.
Is that the specific problem that they're striking for?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. It had to do a lot with pay and student supports.
And student support being EA.
Majority EAs.
What does EA stand for?
Educational assistant.
Okay.
Yeah. They tend to work with students who have differentiating needs.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so EA specifically for students that have differentiating needs. It's always like that. Okay. But do you think every single classroom has students that have differentiating needs? Like, obviously, and when you say differentiating needs, you don't mean like learning disabilities, right?
It can be that. Students who are on the spectrum, students who have Down syndrome, tend to always have EAs with them. Students with behaviors that who require a lot of support or
the pathway to becoming an EA, is it less time than to becoming a teacher?
A lot of EAs that I know have finished their undergraduate degree, and a lot of them that I know actually are also in Teachers College to become teachers. But to be an EA, I believe you need a diploma in something related to the field of education. I would say early childhood education. You can also you can work as an EA. You can also work with early childhood education. You can become a ECE or an EA.
What's an ECE?
Early childhood educator.
Oh, okay.
What I was in my the role that I was playing in kindergarten. But I think, like, to become an EA, you have to have something along those lines. Maybe special education as well. Yeah. Because that's what you're going to be doing in the school environments most of the time. But yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what they need to do to become an EA. But I know you have to have some sort of background in education and working with students.
Interesting.
Or children. And
early childhood education, or what age does that range from, or grades? Like, what does that mean when you say early childhood education? Is that like basically all of elementary school, or is that a specific age group?
So, ECE, when you are working in a school board, you are only working in kindergarten.
Okay.
But if you are working outside of a school board as an ECE, you can work from literally students from, children, newborns to age 12, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. True. Okay. Damn, I kind of lost my train of thought over there.
It's hot.
Huh? It's hot?
It's so hot.
You could do that fan a little bit, but even though you hate fans.
No, I'm very traumatized.
Why are you traumatized?
Because we have so many fans at work.
Oh, yes, we do. We got a lot of fans because the fans applaud us. Just joking. That was a dumb joke. Okay. Okay, great. That's awesome. Okay. I don't know if this question makes sense, but what are the different type of groups / unions of teachers?
I know elementary teachers. So kindergarten to grade 6 are part of ETFO.
ETFO?
Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario.
That's what you're a part of.
Federation? ETFO Federation.
ETFO Federation. Okay.
High school teachers. They're part of another union. I don't remember what their union is called, but they're not part of ETFO.
So you said S to K 6 is ETFO, but then what about 7 and 8?
7 and 8. 7 and 8, I think they're also part of ETFO.
Okay.
And then 9 to 12 is their own union.
Yeah. High school
I'm pretty sure ETF grade 7 and 8 is ETFO as well. I could be wrong.
And are you a Dufferin what's the name of the thing? Dufferin School Board or
yeah, Dufferin School Board, UTM Toronto.
Okay, and what is the that's basically
I'm joking.
I'm pretty sure that I went to like the schools that I was always in was
Peel District
Dufferin.
School Board?
Peel District School Board.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
Dufferin Peel is the Catholic schools in Peel.
Okay. So Dufferin is the Catholic ones, and then Peel District is like the public ones. Yeah. And that's for Mississauga, Caledon, Brampton.
Mississauga, Caledon, Brampton.
Interesting. Wow, cool. That is very, very interesting. I asked you what students look forward to when they come into the classroom. What do teachers, or what do you look forward to when you go into a classroom? Is this a repetitive question?
Huh? No.
Okay.
No. I feel like all of them go hand in hand. Like, and you can build upon a lot of the questions that you asked me. What was your question again? I always keep losing my train of thought.
Do you think I would be one of those students with differential? Would I need an EA? Just joking.
No, Rennie. I think you're a wonderful being.
Thanks for saying that on camera. Okay.
I take everything back.
I know.
I don't think you're a good here anyways.
Oh, yeah, right. Great.
Yesterday, Rennie was being so annoying.
What?
You kept like me and Veronica wanted to look something up, and he's like, "No, guys, like I don't think you should look this up." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, Rennie, stop being a good human. Stop being a good person. Let us do what we want to do.
What?
I can't really say more than that.
Yeah,
but,
fair. Great. Don't kill me. All right, let's talk about restaurant life. What? Okay, guys, we're gonna jump into another field, which is interesting. I'm just joking. No. Okay, fine.
I don't care. Right?
Okay.
This is your show. You do.
It's your show. It's the Mariam takeover. Bow, bow, bow. Sorry.
No.
Okay.
I feel like half the time I don't make sense.
It's fine.
And like I lose my train of thought and I stutter and I'm like, what am I supposed to be saying? Like it's so funny. I can talk in the classroom and make so much sense. And then I come here and I talk to adult people and I'm like, how do I talk?
Like, how did I just
say?
talk to a grade 3 person and make so much sense? Yeah, you just gotta ramble on sometimes. You know, in like The Office, when Michael Scott's like, sometimes I just start saying things with the words and I just follow. Do I?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
It makes sense.
Like, ready, make me drinks. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I say stuff and then I say it so fast, and then as people are processing it, I move on to something else, and then they're like, wait, what? It's because you gotta keep up with my train of thought.
Are you saying I don't keep up with you?
No, everybody doesn't keep up with me.
I just get bored.
Okay, well, that's why I switch up the conversation really quickly. Oh my god, I'm just joking. Would you ever want to be a high school teacher?
No.
See what I did there? Bam! Told you. It's an example.
I would not.
Why?
I feel like I said, I feel like to me, students in grades K to 6 are in a place where they need you a lot. And that's where you can, make a huge impact on them, make a huge difference in a positive way, obviously. And that's where you are building their foundation. And I feel like when you build their foundation, they're set.
Yeah, you lay down the groundwork. Yeah.
And I feel like that's where a lot of, it's very important. So I feel like me being there, I want to provide that. I want to lay down their foundation. I want to build on their foundation. I want to give them all the tools that they need to,
Yeah.
when they get older.
Interesting. So you like full-heartedly think you don't ever want to get into high school teaching? Like,
You never know.
You never know. But yeah.
You never know. I know my brother wants to do high school. He's certified, or he's going to be certified K to 6, but he said he wants to, he thinks, he definitely he agrees and says, you know, being everything okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just making sure the background music is not interfering with what you're saying.
He definitely agrees with me and says that students at that age really
like the
need you.
S to 6, yeah.
K to 6, yeah.
K to 6, sorry, yeah.
Kindergarten to grade 6.
Yeah.
He agrees with me, but he also says that high school students also need you
for sure,
and need your support in a different way as well. That
exactly.
A lot of people, I feel, forget about.
Absolutely.
Like once you get older, they start, you know, thinking, okay, like they're old enough, they should know what they want to do, they should know where they want to go, or whatever, blah blah blah. But students in high school are getting prepared for the rest of their lives.
The real world.
Yeah,
like they're
the
about to
real
step
world.
into the real world. Yeah.
And like I said, I feel like a lot of people, you know, kind of push that under the rug and like forget about them in that aspect, because they're older and they think that they know who they are and what they need to do and what they want to do in their life, whatever. So my brother thinks that, I want to be that person who guides them into the path that they want to, you know, they want to do, give them all the resources, teach them all that they need to do, give them all the advice that, you know, that he would want to hear when he was a high school student, and hopefully sort of, you know, push them in the direction that they want to go into. So he wants to, he feels that is important. That's where he wants to be. Yeah. In terms of, you know, student's life and whatever.
Are there any teachers that influenced your life that you like remember?
Oh my god, that's so funny, because I was trying to think about a teacher that influenced me positively, but I couldn't. Wow. I thought about a lot of teachers who negatively influenced me.
Wow, so you thought more about that.
Who I had a horrible experience with. Yeah. They're just like, and I, you know, like it was a different time, I think. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think that's also what kind of pushed me as well. My negative experiences in the classroom when I was a kid in elementary school, I think that's what pushed me to want to go into teaching and to, you know.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Give students what I experienced.
Yeah.
In their, you know, when they're in elementary school, but just a lot of more negative than positive. I mean, the one positive that I can remember was my grade 1 teacher. His name was I don't know, should I say his name? I don't know.
If you want, if you don't have to say his name, or say his name. I don't know. It's up to you. It's 1,000% up to you.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Just don't say his name then. Just say my grade 1 teacher. What about him?
Yeah. He was an amazing person. I had a fabulous time in his classroom. He really made his classroom environment into something where we looked forward to going into. It was always warm. It was always welcoming. It was always inviting. He's always asking about us. He's always making sure that every single person is included all the time. Always making sure that he's incorporating our interests into what we're doing on a regular basis. Very, very supportive teacher. Someone that, honestly, like I look up to. And I hope to, and I aspire to be him one day.
That's amazing.
And I hope I am. I hope I'm on that track. But
I feel like you're already that, because of that sounds like your core values.
Wow. Wow. So nice, Rennie.
So I guess you do have a teacher that impacted you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it sucks because I've had so many negative experiences that I forget about this one positive.
It's crazy that negative sometimes trumps positive, and we overthink it like that.
But I'm always a negative person.
Yeah, that's true. Just joking.
No, I am a very negative person.
You think so?
I think so. But maybe not a negative person in a negative way. I feel like I'm just like it's hard for me to see things in a positive light.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm always like thinking about the worst case scenario. Forgetting all the good things that do happen to me are in front of my face.
I mean, I guess it's kind of good to have that balance, so like you're always aware, keep you on your toes.
Versus compared to you, I'm like the devil. I'm like fucking dark moon and dark what? Literally dark. Complete opposites, me and you right now.
I try to pull the positive out because like I think like he said everything's really negative, so I just try to like find the positive in it because you just got to, and that is why I am a teacher in my own way.
But it's so funny because like I don't know if you remember us talking about this, but like it's your personality and your characteristics fit the exact thing that you're doing in your life.
I think it's because I'm happy where I am. Like I'm at a place where. So
are you saying I'm not happy where I am and that's why I'm negative?
No, that doesn't make sense then. If you're saying that my personality.
Do you want to fight?
Well, let's have a debate right now. Who's in the politics, liberal or God. Sorry? Okay. But if you're saying
okay. Anyways.
What? You hate what? Okay. You hate me.
We're good. No, I didn't say you. No, I don't hate you. No. Do I? Do I hate you?
My personality and everything that I am, it fits what I'm doing in my life. Okay, but doesn't that mean the same thing for you though? Like what your personality? I guess you got to be a negative teacher.
No. But it's also funny because I'm thinking about it and like I'm talking to like all my teacher friends and whatever and blah blah blah, and they're like, "Yeah, you're a negative person outside of work."
Your teacher friends tell you this?
Yeah, they're like, well, yeah, like I mean, like it's in a joking way. They're like, you're a completely different person, like inside the classroom and in schools and in your career than you are outside.
Interesting.
And I feel like I thought about it and I'm like, maybe it's just like, that's like my time to like
let it
all out, and that's why I come off as like.
What? Say
mad, negative, serious. I don't know, but I don't know, bro. But I do. No, I'm joking.
Oh my
I'm joking.
God! Don't kill me.
Not work. School work. It's fine.
Whatever.
It's okay.
It's fine.
But I don't. I feel and like even Alana was telling me, she's like, everyone thinks you're always mad or angry all the time, and they always ask me like, why is she so mad? Why is she so angry? And she's like, that's just her face. Like once you start talking to her, she's fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The funniest
Do I look like I'm mad and angry all the time?
No. You just look very distressed sometimes.
I do have a resting. Can I swear here?
You could definitely swear.
I do have a resting bitch face.
Oh, wait, you're not allowed to swear. I'm just joking.
Oh my God.
I'm joking. Swear all you want. I mean, whatever. Do you? It's hilarious. Whenever we're at work and then you have a question, you like storm up to me from the other side of the building, and you're like, you look like you're gonna ask me like how to do surgery or something. And then you're like, do these chicken fingers have pumps on us? I'm like, bro, it's not that serious, but okay, it's hilarious.
I stress out. I'm just a stressor. I'm constantly stressed. I'm constantly on edge.
You know
all
what?
the time.
You got a lot of kids to look after, so maybe that's why. Imagine how a parent is stressed over their one kid. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, man.
The whole damn system's corrupt.
Literally is though.
Oh.
Needs a.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about funding.
Oh, the funding that we don't get.
Yeah. Tell me about it. What's going on? Why are teachers so angry?
Because
you guys should make a club called the Angry Teachers Club, by the way.
It's just very unfortunate, Rennie. It's like we want to provide as much as we possibly can to the students in our classroom, but we can't because no one's giving us the resources to do it. And like half the time it's coming out of our own pockets every single year, all the time for all these 25 kids.
In what sense? Like, what's coming out of your own pocket? Like buying them donuts or something?
We're not allowed.
I know. That makes sense because allergy or whatever.
But like, like resources for the classroom to make the classroom successful. Not saying that you need like, I'm not saying you need to spend thousands of dollars for your classroom in order to make it a successful, well-oiled machine.
What
I'm
specifically
just saying, like,
do you mean comes out of your pocket? Like,
just some materials for the classroom, materials in terms of like, for example, like if you're doing an inquiry-based
what do you mean by
lesson.
this is the second time you said inquiry? What do you mean by inquiry based?
For example, if you are learning about plants and how plants grow, one of your inquiry based learning lessons can be literally the students planting their own planting their own seeds or whatever, and like using themselves to do the certain steps for planting a plant or whatever.
Now, do you have to run that by like the principal and stuff before you like buy soil and bring like 25 little pots and seeds?
No.
Really?
No.
Fair enough.
No,
Cool.
I mean, like, unless you're, I don't know, I haven't come across that situation where I would have thought that I needed to run something by a principal.
Yeah.
But when it like for that, no, you don't necessarily.
Okay. All right.
Too, but like, yeah.
So
I lost my train of thought again.
we were talking about funding and how they don't have enough.
A lot of fun, huh? Oh my God! There's
Do you
this
guys have
one
a class
teacher.
fit?
No.
Oh.
Well, I don't have my own classroom yet, but
Just
this
bring them
one
around with
teacher-
you. Traveling hamster.
Are you gonna let me like continue
I'm
my
sorry,
sentence?
continue
I'm
your
joking,
sentence.
Winnie. No, I'm not. I'm joking. Anyways, it's because he's an Aquarius, aren't you?
I'm Sagittarius.
No, you're not.
Yeah, December 19th, baby. What?
Shut the fuck up. Are you kidding?
Are you Sagittarius too? Ah, that's hilarious.
No, but you're not though.
Why?
December 19th. That's your birthday.
Are you December 19th too?
I'm gonna.
Or are you actually?
I'm actually gonna punch him in the face.
I am December 19th.
Shut the fuck up. Are you kidding?
Are you actually December 19th?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You want to see my
Yeah, show me your
no.
your card right now.
You want to see my birth certificate?
November 30th. Yeah,
November
Stop it.
30th? Your
Yeah.
birthday's coming up?
I know. What are you gonna get me for my birthday?
What do you want?
A life.
Ah, don't look at my stupid picture. No. What? You see it?
I looked at the issue date. I'm like November 5th.
Is it expired? Oh no.
No,
Okay,
it doesn't
good.
expire yet. Where does it say your birthday? Am I? Oh, it's down here.
Aren't you a server,
Holy
dude?
moly, you're 40?
What? I'm not 40, you idiot.
Well, that's what it says. Why are you lying to the people?
I'm 32. You're so
You're
dumb. I
42.
can't believe you said my.
He's 42.
I'm not, bro.
You're
Do you
born.
know how to do math? I thought.
Okay, but you're born 1960, so that makes you 60.
Why
years
are you
old.
doing this
65.
and lying to the whole school right now? You're so
What?
dumb.
This looks exactly like you. Like
No.
mine looks so.
No, literally, mine looks so disgusting. I'm
Let me
very
see
good at-
yours. Oh,
no.
you're 37. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I
interesting.
am. You didn't know that?
Oh, I love how you don't care.
I don't care.
Anyways, why did you want to look? Oh yeah, see.
37, yeah.
Wait. So November 30th is Sagittarius. Interesting.
Jess, are you serious right now? I'm gonna kill myself. Oh, that's something else I always say that these guys know.
Yeah, guys. Sorry, little PTSD warning, viewer warning. She doesn't really want to hurt herself. It's just a funny little thing she says. She doesn't say it in front of students in classrooms.
No,
right?
No. It's just I'm 25. Turning 26.
Okay, yeah.
Nice,
That's
baller.
what I thought.
Why are you reacting that way? Can they hear her?
They could probably vape. No, she's not talking.
Jess made the worst face.
What we're
She's like,
saying?
really? You're 25? I thought you were 37. It's fine.
I think she
All good.
thought that you were younger.
Yeah, I just. Like, wow, so what? We're doing this so long.
She's trying to put two and two together.
She's in criminology. She's like doing her forensics thing right now.
I thought you were in dental school. I'm joking. Oh my
Next
god.
week we'll
You
be
wanna know
interviewing
something
dentists.
funny?
Joking.
So my best friend, I know, my best friend, I always like, there's this running joke that we have that I will never call her by her title. I don't know why.
What's her title?
She's
A
a
dentist?
speech pathologist.
Like teaching people how to talk. Okay.
Speech language pathologist.
Okay.
So not teaching people how to speak.
Yeah. Oh, like
that.
helping with that. Okay.
And she does like she works in the hospitals and she works with patients who have strokes, stuff like that. And I will never call her an FLP. I'll always say like, how was
an
dental school,
SLP?
or how was like medical school, or something like. I will never call her by her title ever.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. It's just a joke that we have that has turned into this big thing with our friend group that.
So how was
no
law
one-
school? So I should.
Yeah,
do that
literally.
too. Okay.
It'll be like, oh, like how was work today at the office, or like how was work today at the zoo, or something like that. Like,
Zoologist.
yeah, like never. But yeah,
Are you mad that I'm a Sagittarius? 'Cause
I'm really angry.
Oh, that's
I'm really
amazing.
angry.
is November 30th a Sagittarius thing? I don't really know anything
Yes,
about
it is
that.
funny.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But
Two
also,
peas
like,
in a pod, eh?
two peas in a
Yeah.
pod. But yeah, no. Funding also again had to do with like a lot of the things that I was talking about with like special education and not having any funding for that, and not having the resources that we need to support our students in the classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know like the numbers behind like how much funding actually goes into the
I don't know
board
the
and stuff?
exact numbers, but
Uh-huh.
I know a lot of cuts were made by our beautiful, lovely. I'm not even gonna say his name.
I don't know.
I don't even want to
is
say his
it-
name.
Is it Ontario or like
Uh,
Canada wide? What are you thinking? Is it the mayor?
The mayor is in charge. Yes.
Okay.
No, our friend and foe, Dougie Ford, and Stefan Leche.
Interesting.
Yeah, they suck. Can I
Well,
say that?
I mean,
Never
we'll just
care.
bleep that out
Why?
because they could be watching this.
Well,
Yeah.
you have done nothing for education.
Damn. Well, fair enough.
But like, who am I, right? I don't matter to them. I'm just a teacher.
You're a teacher.
Nah.
You might be teaching their kids.
Well, their kids are grown. Oh, I don't even think Stefan Leche has a kid.
Maybe he has
Dougie Ford
grandkids.
has like a grown daughter.
He probably has kids too.
I don't know.
That's hilarious. Wow. Okay. How does it work? Not obviously like I'm not getting too specific or anything, but when it comes to like salaries for like teachers and stuff, right? It's obviously different depending on the experience that you have and all that stuff. Like when you're like, what are you a part? You're part of ETFO, right? And is that what you're hired by? Like what do you, who hired you?
Who the hell hired you? No. So yeah. So once you're hired by a board in Ontario, you're automatically part of a union.
Oh, okay.
So automatically unionized. And once I was hired by Peel, I automatically became a member of ETFO. I don't remember signing. I think I might have signed some document saying like, okay, you agree to be part of ETFO or something.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't remember because like I moved because when I was in ECE, with Peel. So when I got hired with Peel as an OT occasional teacher, they didn't really have to do much for me because I was already part of the system.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they didn't really have to, they just transferred my documents over. And I think I just signed like a couple of documents saying, like new ones saying, you are now a member of whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
I think. I don't remember. This was a while back.
And like, is it like clock in, clock out? Like, how does it work? Is it like you get paid hourly or is it
so-
like daily, like by the day?
Yeah. So supply teachers, we make a day rate. So we are
Okay.
paid. Oh my god!
Like a
I don't
fixed
remember.
rate
Yeah,
for the day.
265 or 285
Okay.
along those lines, I believe. Between those numbers, a day.
Okay.
So depending on like I said, whatever day you work or whatever job you pick up, you are paid for that day
Okay.
only.
And then permanent teachers obviously have like salaries and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah.
even LTO teachers. Well, and also it's like this. It's a huge thing that you have to learn about.
What's that? Just like this whole.
When it comes to pay, there's like a lot of
Yeah.
different things. Like supply teachers, we talked about that. Teachers who are not permanent, teachers who are in LTO, LTOs, you are paid on a grid. So and this grid is like A 1, 2, 3, 4.
And this is
Step
non-permanent
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's also for permanent teachers as well. But they're also their pay is different, completely different than LTO pay. If you're in an LTO, what you have to do, or before that, what teachers have to do, and it's very important that they do that as soon as possible after they graduate, is apply to Quaco, which is
Like the oatmeal company. No, that's Quakers.
Quago?
I'm just joking.
Quago?
Okay, so sorry. They applied to Quaco.
Quaco, which is basically
Is it an
a
acronym?
board. Yeah.
What does it stand for?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Council of something.
Okay, so it's a
I have
board.
no idea what it stands for. I could look it up.
No, it's fine. It's good. They apply to that. Okay.
So they apply to that, and so basically you apply to Quaco, and Quaco determines where you are on that grid.
Okay.
And wherever you are on the grid is what you're going to get paid. If you're in an LTO or permanent contract position.
Okay.
So, and it's all based on your qualifications. So if you did a 3 or 4 year undergrad program, that puts you in different steps. If you did a master's in education, that puts you at a different step. If you have 2 or 3 degrees, that puts you at a different step. It really just it really varies depending on your qualifications and certifications and whatnot. So depending on what you have, you get placed at a different part on the grid. So once you get your wherever you are on the grid by Quaco, that determines what you're gonna get paid for your LTO.
Okay.
And every single teacher is different. Even if you're, if you're doing a September to December or January to June, doesn't matter. You're still paid based on your experiences and what Quaco said that you are gonna get paid. But every year you move up on the steps, and then you also have the option and the choice to do like something called additional basic qualifications, where that can get you a little bit higher on the grid, so you get paid a little bit more. But yeah, permanent teachers are a little bit different than LTO teachers. So permanent teachers get paid over the summer. It's the same salary. Some people think that
you don't get paid during the summer.
No, some people think that you get paid more, or not more, but like
less.
It's literally the same pay. Permanent contract teachers. It's your same pay, just spread out throughout the whole entire year.
So every like week or 2 weeks or whatever, you get like the same paycheck.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Even when you're not teaching in the summertime. Interesting.
Versus LTOs, what ends up happening with people who are in LTOs, they don't get paid during the summer. What they do is instead, like, it's basically the same thing, but it's your same pay, just a little bit more because it's not spread out through the summer.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what do you do? So during summer, because obviously there's no school, so like you're just forced to kind of take a break as a supply teacher and not get paid.
So you have the option. Well, a lot of supply teachers have to go on EI because it's not up to you that you are not able to work in your field. Some teachers choose to pick up a job during the summer.
Thank you. Just joking.
Yeah.
True. Okay. Yeah. So right after teachers college or whatever, then you do the Quaco assessment, like you do Quaco, and then they put you on, and then they look at that grid format and determine where you land on that grid according to pay or whatever.
Unless you are trying to supply and want to supply for years and years and years, you don't have to do it because it's not necessarily
have to do what, the Quaco?
Yeah, Quaco application. You don't have to do it. It's just encouraged because, you know, like a lot of people want to get into full-time gigs, sorry. So
Have you done it already, the Quaco stuff? Like you have, but didn't you say you have to do that for them to determine your pay?
as a LTO or contract teacher.
Okay.
But as a supply, you don't have to do it because you have a set pay.
Okay, so those are the different kind of placements. There's LTO, the supply teacher, and a contract teacher.
Which is permanent, yeah.
And contract is permanent?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So you're at that school forever. Unless you choose to leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you have a big circle of teacher friends?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. They all hate you.
They all hate me?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm glad that you guys talk about me, first of all. I think I'm honored.
I told you, we have a picture of your face.
Do you really? Mm-hmm. Which picture?
Your license picture.
Oh,
that
great.
one.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You guys tell them to be like me, right?
Huh?
You tell them to be like me?
To not be like you.
Okay.
Remember, Rennie, we talked
We
about
did talk about this conversation.
We have things that we say every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Like things that we, you know, what are those things called? Mantras?
You mean like when you burn sage and stuff?
Burn sage and stuff.
I'm just
No.
joking.
Just things that we say every morning. I forget what that word is. Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, yeah, certain things that we say. Motto, I guess. Oh, I forgot that
great.
word. Anyways, yeah.
Do you have to like grade things, like grade tests and stuff? Because like as a supply teacher, yeah.
Majority of the time, no.
No.
Unless in the supply notes the teacher is asking of you to do it, then yeah. But generally speaking, not really.
So when
just follow day plans.
So when you the night before you walk into that classroom, like, are you in contact with the teacher who you're gonna be supplying for, or like how do you get like the lesson plan or whatever it is that you're gonna be doing the next day?
So when you pick up a job, the teacher usually gets informed that their job has been taken or picked up, and then they send you the day plans, or they, you know, notify you of where you can find the day plans in the classroom.
Okay.
Some teachers like to keep like a folder for supply teachers that come in of their day plans and what to expect and what, you know, what you need to do.
Yeah.
But some, they just email it to you and say, hey, this is what's going on. This is how our day looks. Here are some things that you can do if you need time to fill, whatever. Stuff like that.
Do you notice like a difference in like structure and stuff in classrooms today that were different from when you were going to school at that age and stuff?
Honestly, Rennie, I don't remember.
Fair.
I don't remember how classrooms looked or ran at that time. I remember how I felt, obviously. I feel like there was a huge difference between how I felt growing up in the school system to how kids now feel.
Okay.
I think. I feel like there is a huge, like a very large change.
Yeah.
Between how I felt and how students feel now in the classroom, like a positive one, I think.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's just because like people are more aware now. Like a lot of teachers at the time, I think, were not taught the importance of, you know, what children's interests, children's needs. How to structure your classroom in a way that, you know, that's inclusive, that's you know, caters to each individual need, versus now I think that's more, you know, emphasized.
Yeah.
How are you going to support, how are you going to recognize all the different students in your classroom? How are you going to give them the tools to be successful based on their, you know, backgrounds and, you know, experiences and whatnot?
What do you do in a situation when you do have like a student that's like being a bit difficult or something? Have you encountered anything like that yet?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like you get to know your students.
Yeah.
You get to know what may be triggering for them, what may be you know, you get to, you know, their cues, and you know their body language, you know their facial expressions, you know what might be more difficult for them, what might be a lot, or what they might need in that specific situation. So there's a lot of things that you are able to put into place to avoid that situation once you start to feel that something might come up, where they might feel a certain way about certain things, or, you know. So I think if it does get to the point where I feel that I am unable to support that student, after all the things that I've done to, you know, help with that situation, or help them in that situation, I think that's when I would, you know, kind of give them the opportunity to tell me what else they might need from me. Since not all the things that I tried to do were not working at that moment. So I'd kind of, you know, I'd ask them to take the lead, and say, what do you need from me now? And at that point, they kind of tell me most of the time what they might need. So it could be like taking a break from the classroom, going to walk around the hallways, doing 2-3 laps, checking in after every single lap. And then at that point, when they'll start to feel better and be ready to come back into the classroom. But like, there's always things that I do first to avoid that situation. But when it gets to that point, I feel like that's when you start to really need to hear out the student and like figure out, hey, or realize, hey, what I'm doing and what we've been working on is not working at this point in time. What else can we possibly do? And hear that student out more. So,
do you think, or do you notice some students like carry some stress from home or something that they bring in, and like it's easy for you to really like pick up on that?
It's not easy all the time. I feel like I said, I think every student is different. They hold they hold their issues and they hold their problems in different ways. And they show it in different ways. Some students are very good with completely blocking out all the negativity that might happen. And just putting on a different face. So in that instance, it might be a little bit difficult. But some students are not able to do that. Some of them are not able to block out anything. They feel everything. And it shows. Right? So then it's easier that way. Not saying that the students who block everything don't feel it. 100% they do, but they do they do a better job at
hiding
it.
Yeah. Interesting. Do you find there's like a lot of diversity in a lot of your different classrooms that you go to?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like Peel is a place where you see and you meet people from all over. And you'll see that in the classrooms for sure. Oh my god, my throat is like...
Do you want water?
I have no water. Do you have water?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna get a ticket. Do you get tickets? Really? No, I don't know where I parked. No. How much is the ticket? Have you gotten a ticket? Dude. There's only till 2:53, lol.
Maybe no one's coming around right now.
Are they gonna tow my car? What if they tow my car? How much is the ticket? Dude.
I don't know. Where did you park? Oh, you don't know where you parked. If you get a ticket, I'll split it with you. What? Shh, don't tell anybody.
Oh no.
If he doesn't get one,
That's not true, guys.
No,
I don't
but
park here.
I park where everyone parks, and you can see me.
Yeah. That's fine. Do you want me to rinse that out and get some water for you out there?
No, I think I'm okay. Now I'm just nervous about this ticket. I don't want to pay like $100, bro.
No.
It's not gonna be. We can wrap it up soon if you want.
I'm sorry.
We do gotta look.
It's next to that building. It's like on the side. There's parking spaces.
Next to that building.
That's great. That's so
I think
specific.
it's called like William something. Willis.
Like before you walk in, go through the bus loop.
I don't know where the bus loop is. I don't know what that.
Bus
I
loop is
think-
right there.
No. I think. I don't know what I did. Here, let me look it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. No.
How'd you get in?
I don't know.
Jeez Louise.
Okay, William Davis building.
I can. That's where I parked. I didn't.
On the side, like on these, like on the sides.
What? You on the ground?
No, I don't know where I am, Jess.
Take a picture.
No, I'm looking at my Life 360 location.
The Life 360
For
location.
your car?
No. Yeah, I don't know. What should we do?
Walking.
We could definitely.
Yeah, no,
walk
I'm pretty
it.
sure it's yeah. I parked here. Look, inner circle.
So literally, we're right.
Is that where
Wait,
we're
what?
going?
Really?
Oh! You're literally just on that.
I'm getting a ticket, right? 100%. It's been like an hour.
It's been like almost 2 hours. I think it'll be fine. I don't know.
I don't know.
Please don't give her a ticket, whoever's listening out here,
Huh?
if you're paying
Please don't give
attention.
me a ticket. Should I go pay another?
If you want to, is it a far walk?
I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay. Sure. Do you wanna all go for a walk? or
Yeah, let's
something?
go for a walk.
Okay. All right.
This is
We will be right back after these non-commercial breaks.
Just play some music and
Actually, I will. That's a good idea.
yeah. I was gonna get one, but there was no guarantee of me parking on the. Now, no one. Oh, and I was already.
Sorry, one second.
I'm cranked in a rave with a whiff in a shank, and I swear to God my mum would go mad if she ever knew how much they've left that rank. I cool my grab that elastic pack, I grab the food then I stretch that back. Put notes in the stack till they go snap. Hit soles on my back till the roof flat. I burn plastic bags till they go black. Weight peng on the scales till they go flat. Spray bars at a crowd till they go mad. Make chicks ass sprint till they roll back. Scurving the ding dong till I get catch. Drop game on the yachts till I get gash. And I've been the same since dad had a say so, fam. I went back chat till I got lashed. Please don't act up, please don't play. Too many antics, too many games, so many auras, so many flames, too many tracksuits, too many chains, so many baby mums and young dads, too many crazy dons who back shanks, run from the studio to go trap. Hood antics, we're out for the cash. Okay. Get gums to my yard and I don't pay. Sleep in a hotel when I don't pay. XOYO when I don't pay. Get love in the dance but I don't say. On stage at a show but I don't spray. Man can't try things cause I don't play. Known in the race scene but I don't rave. Got back to the green but I don't. Said got back to the green but I don't lay. Wake up midday but I don't laze. Eat food on the field but I don't graze. Bristol motion on tour with the lads. I spray Mr. Drop and the crowd went mad. All the hard work in the sea for my mum. I'll be off the gun and my mum gets sad. Please don't act up, please don't play. Too many antics, too many games, so many auras, so many flames, too many tracksuits, too many chains, so many baby mums and young dads, too many crazy dons who back shanks, run from the studio to go trap. Hood antics, we're out for the cash. West 10, I'm a roadside G. I had to go fast cause a roadside beef. Got a hand in the tool and I got peas. Got touched in the warfare and I did bleed. If I ain't down in Brixton with my family, I'm in Camden with the YGGs. Citadines, Johnny and PK are my dons. You can never violate my GGs.
mycelium.
You guys have this shit on yeah?
That sounds random. Thing about boys taking savage.
Vogue magazine.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Oh shit, that might be. Oh, whatever. Yeah, but we're back.
Yeah, but blue.
Yes, y'all. Poetic Radio episode 104. We got Mariam in the building. We got Jess in the building. Mariam is a renowned teacher.
Renowned. Wow.
I don't even know what renowned actually means.
With a few months experience.
I will add it to my list. For those who don't know, I got a list of words here. And I will pull up this list. And I know what renowned means, but I just don't know.
What does it mean?
It means you're like, you got experience. You're like well known for something, right?
Okay.
Do you agree? Do you concur?
I agree with whatever you want to say, Rennie.
That's great. That's awesome. All right. So, okay, teaching.
Jess, was it boring? Was all of us talking boring? Okay. I think just Rennie's just really boring.
Am I?
Yeah.
That's why I had you talking for an hour and 50 minutes and you didn't realize the time went by? I gotta go do piano classes at 5 p.m. just so everybody is aware.
Where's your piano class?
At my house.
They come to your house?
Yeah.
You have a piano?
Huh?
You have a piano?
I bought, well, not a piano. I bought a keyboard. Still the same thing. You know what's funny? The piano teacher, remember I was telling you the other day how, he still keeps in touch with his grade 1 teacher.
Yeah.
That's
a piano teacher?
That's a piano teacher.
Oh.
Crazy.
Interesting. I wish
yeah.
my teachers were good people, but I ain't got to keep in touch with them.
Well, maybe that'll happen to the future kids as they're shaping this great nation of ours. All right. What does a day look like when you go into a new school? Like, do you go in there, you sign in with the principal, be like, how's it going? I'm Mariam.
No, we don't have time for that. Like, I mean, like the principals never usually have time for that. A lot of the people that we first interact with are the people in the office. So office manager, secretaries, whatnot. We got buzzed into the building, so we are not allowed to get into the building on our own. We have to buzz in and they ask us, hey, who are you, whatever. We say, hey, I'm here. My name is blah, blah, blah. I'm here for whoever you're supplying in for. They buzz you in. You come in. You sign into the office. They sometimes, during COVID, they told us to, make sure we have our masks on, change our mask, whatever.
Frequently, yeah.
Most of the supply teachers at the time, from my experience, got their own box so that they can also give to the students if they need it, whatever.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, that was during COVID time. Usually it's like just sign in. And they also made us like fill out a form, like a clearance, where it's basically just asking you like, hey, do you have any symptoms? Are you okay? Have you been into contact with anyone? Whatever, fill that out. And we're good to go, but I don't think we have to do that.
So every time they
I haven't done that, yeah.
Interesting.
So it's just signing in, them telling you where the classroom is, and then you go upstairs. Sometimes teachers have duty in the morning, so you make sure that you know where your zone is.
Okay, what do you mean? What's
like duty in the morning? So like duty outside could be in the morning. Looks like
kind of like
supervising
getting,
the kids and then like making
something.
sure they're in their appropriate lines to get into the building.
Yeah.
Sometimes teachers have duty in the mornings, and you make sure you're in your right zone. And then
awesome.
you bring in the students that you're supervising for your duty. And then after they're in, you go upstairs. By that time, your students are at their lockers or at their hooks, putting their stuff away, so that you're at your classroom door, welcoming them in, saying hello, like my name is whatever, blah, blah, and as they're coming in, and then once everyone is in, usually O Canada and land acknowledgement starts right away.
Yeah. Do they do it in half French still?
Sometimes. A lot of the time, it's really cool because depending on your area, a lot of the times we like to, or the principal or whoever likes to cater to the school community or the community around them. So a lot of the times I've experienced or I've heard O Canada being sung in different languages, which is really, really cool.
That is pretty cool.
And that also, that's like another thing, right? It's amazing, or it's really cool to see students like hearing that and
Yeah,
recognizing their language and be like, oh
That's
my
pretty
gosh,
awesome,
like
yeah.
this is like we know like, and they feel it. They feel the recognition. They feel the
Inclusive. as well,
inclusivity and whatever and blah blah blah.
Amazing.
So yeah.
When you go into the schools, do you have like credential? Like, do you have like a teacher card like with your picture on it?
Some people have done that, and I feel like that is an amazing. Well, we don't have like our own credential card. Like,
Yeah.
No one provides that to us. It's just usually made.
Interesting. Yeah.
A lot of teachers make it on their own, and they hand it out to different teachers or admin or whatever to get their name out and get supply jobs coming directly to them. You can also do that. You can also like request that your role go to be filled by this one teacher, and then that teacher obviously accepts it.
Specifically
And
recommend that. Interesting.
which is a good thing.
That's
But
awesome.
I don't have a card. I should probably make one. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, you should get a nice little card with your name.
At
and
the bottom
picture on.
says I hate Rennie.
Of course,
All
you
of
can't.
that. You cannot miss that. Like that has to be on the
IHR
card.
for short.
Yeah.
So you know.
Jess, you know what happened yesterday?
Uh-oh.
Rennie asked for my email, and I start saying,
It was
I'm
actually
like,
hilarious.
and he's like-
I was typing it out. I was like,
he's like, okay, what's your email? So I'm like, MariamHatesRE, and then he realized Mariam hates Rennie at gmail.com. It was amazing. It was lovely.
It's great.
Yeah.
Made my day. Made my night.
Oh my god.
I love that. I love that for you.
Thank you so much. Really makes my day.
I'm glad to be that punching bag for you. I'm
thank
just
you
joking.
so
I'm not really a punching bag. I'm glad to be useful to you. I'm glad that you could recycle all the energy through me and bring it back and teach it to the next generation that's gonna impact the future. And I'm just saying stuff.
You're the best radio host ever.
Thank you. You're the best radio guest ever.
Thanks.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and also I'm sorry to the other radio guests that I've had before, because I said that you're the best, and now they're gonna think that they're not.
Who
the
else
best.
have you had that's better than me? Who? Oh.
Well, this is the thing though. You have a profession that is interesting, and I want to talk about.
I don't think I
learning
really
from.
said much.
You know? Okay. What do you feel?
No,
we
like I
need
feel
to
like
know?
I stuttered a lot, and I feel like I didn't get my point across to the
What's your
best way
point?
that-
What's your point? What's your point?
What's my point?
Yeah.
Who
What
knows?
point are you trying
I
to get
have-
across?
I don't know.
Why do you think it is important to be a teacher? I don't know why I laughed at that, but
Why is it important?
sorry, that's not a great question, is it?
Is it? I don't think.
Well-
I know it is. It
course.
obviously is a good question, but like, I'm tired now.
Okay, we just got about 10 minutes to go. Can we hold on for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, here's
New questions?
yeah.
Okay.
What programs do you think should be introduced into school curriculum that could be very useful for kids nowadays?
Well, a lot of the ones that have been integrated already is like financial literacy.
Oh, sick!
which
That's
is
actually
good.
in school.
Yeah.
So what
it's
is
in
what
grade
kind
5,
of
6.
what is that? What do you learn about in financial
Like
literacy?
financial literacy, like just how to, like how, like taxes, like how what the process is in buying things.
You learned that in grade 5 and 6
yeah,
now? Oh, sick.
yeah. The process in buying things, like what gets applied to your bills or whatever, all
Interesting.
that type of stuff. Really, really cool things
Yeah.
to learn, especially at that age, because they're getting into, like we talked about already, like themselves and like
Yeah,
their
yeah.
interests, and they're thinking about like all the things that they want as well, and like they're going out and they're buying, they're going out into the real world a little bit more. So it's
Yeah.
important for them to understand and
That's amazing.
comprehend what it is that's around them and what they're buying and what goes into it and what they're spending their money on, and
So they're breaking down, like, if you go to a store, you're paying GST or whatever, and that's interesting. I didn't know that financial literacy was a part of school
Yeah,
curriculum already. So that's one of the newer things that was
Yeah,
introduced?
Yep.
Is there any
Really
other
cool.
new things that were introduced? Right? it's like, where was that when I was growing up?
I mean, health as well. That's not something that's new, but they have been, you know, part of the curriculum is talking a little bit more about health at a younger age.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily new, but like
It's obviously important. Yeah.
Mental health is
Is that
a
new? Did they introduce that already?
It's been introduced, but I feel like there's a lot more emphasis on that now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like, they're integrating a lot of different things into the curriculum, like we call it cross curriculum, which is basically like talking or making sure you incorporate like different things such as BIPOC communities, talking about you know, things that we hear and see on a regular basis that, you know, is very important to include into your daily lessons or, you know, stuff like that. Yeah.
Interesting. That is what is there,
and like issues and whatnot,
What?
you know, like issues, like things that we hear, like problems that arise, making sure that we, you know, because that's happening in our lives and in our students' lives, so it's important to, you know, talk about that in the classroom, not just like not completely ignore it, because these are the things that are important, especially nowadays, because a lot of things are coming up that unfortunately are coming up, and because we have such a diverse community, especially within Peel, it needs to be talked about, obviously, because it's their lives and they could be facing this themselves, right?
So is that like the, what is it called? BIPOC?
BIPOC.
Yeah. Okay, is there like textbooks on it? Is there like course lessons plans on it? Like how is that introduced and taught? Like what is taught from that? Like exactly.
So there isn't necessarily any curriculum that targets that. It's more of a teacher's role and a teacher's duty to make sure it's being talked about in various different lessons, regardless if it's math, science, social studies. There's always something that can be brought up that incorporates the different communities around us, and you know. Yeah. But there's not necessarily something specific in regards to curriculum. Definitely when you get older, you start talking about just society, social sciences, stuff like that. And that's where it can be talked about a little bit more. But again, there's no curriculum standard to my knowledge that specifically specifies talking about BIPOC communities. Talking about communities in general, yes, but not necessarily BIPOC communities or history, the struggles, things that happen around us surrounding BIPOC communities that can be talked about in the classroom, stuff like that.
When it comes to like curriculum, it's very uniform across the whole school board, like all schools, right?
It's just how you choose to teach it.
Interesting.
That's different from classroom to classroom.
Is there like do you guys assign certain books? Like do teachers assign certain books to read throughout like the semester or something like that? Like
books?
Like when I was in elementary school, we read The Outsiders. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but we read The Outsiders is sick. It's a good movie too. I don't know if they still share that in school and stuff, so I'm wondering if there's like so they still do share The Outsiders.
Well,
Stay Golden, Pony Boy. Sorry.
I remember that too, but I don't think it was elementary. I think I read it in middle school.
See, that's it. I think because for me, elementary is grade 1 to 8, but when you say middle school is 7 and 8, right? Yeah.
Middle school is grade 6, 7, and 8.
6, 7, and 8. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. I feel like you're just at that age where you could understand.
Yeah.
That interesting. So, is there any books that that everybody reads, like in certain grades?
Grade 5, 6 read the BFG, the Big Friendly Giant. I don't know if you guys know it.
Sounds kind of familiar.
When it comes to the primary grades, I don't remember a book study, but they do read on a regular basis, leveled books.
Okay.
And then they slowly, like after they finish and they excel and they're proficient in their whatever A-level books they move up to be, that's C, D, E, F, G, so on. But I don't remember like book studies.
Okay, interesting.
But I know in primary.
Yeah.
In junior, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
True. Is there any books that have impacted your life? I don't know.
How impacted my life?
I feel
was a
like
princess girl, so all I read were princess books and vampires and witches.
yes, we talked about this.
So-
Shared a love for vampires.
Me and you?
Did we not talk about this? I love
don't
vampire
remember.
movies and stuff.
I
Genres.
think we did. Did we?
Huh? What? No, I didn't
I
watch
love the
that.
vampire.
I watched no, not Twilight. Like real vampire movies. Sorry, I'm not being a hater for all the Twilight lovers. Great. Okay. So what else are we gonna talk about over here?
I don't know. It's your radio show, Rennie.
Okay, great. That's awesome. Great, amazing. Cool, great. Lesson plans. If you were to start a lesson, if you were to make a lesson plan for students, what would you teach them? What
Kind of general question. I don't know what lesson plan would I make for what grade? What?
Okay, fine. Forget that question. What would you want to ask somebody who's been, teaching for like 20 or 30 years? Like, what is some advice you would ask them? Like, what would you ask them?
What would I ask someone who's been in teaching for 20 plus years?
Yeah.
That's a good question, Rennie.
Thank you.
I like that question. Do I have an answer for that?
You don't have to have an answer. You could
I'm
ponder
trying
on
to
it.
think. What would I ask? Probably something along the lines of like, what were your experiences back then, and how have they? And did you see any dramatic differences? Something along those lines. Like, what was your experience back then as compared to now?
Yeah.
Because I don't remember anything 20 years ago.
What do
Like
you
in terms
think?
of school life.
What do you think somebody who's like a few years behind, like where you are right now, would ask you like about?
Probably like the steps that I would need to take, or they would need to take to get to where I am. I feel like I get asked that a lot,
Which is what?
which is an important question, right? And I think a lot of it also is like how a lot of it has to do with just like how to get to where we all want to be. And I think we talked about that at the beginning, like,
Yeah.
because ultimately everyone's goal is, permanent contract position. How does that look? Do I need to do anything to get there? And honestly, like for people who are thinking about getting into teaching, I think I said this already, but like you need to make sure that you have positive experiences with every school that you go to.
Yeah.
Don't leave any door closed. Always have that positive outlook and everything. Make sure your face is seen. Make sure your name is heard, so that people automatically think of you. And once people think of you more and more, things will come to you.
Yeah,
You'll get to where you need to go and want to be.
That's
eventually.
a good perspective. See, you're not a negative person.
When it comes to my career, no.
There you go.
Anything else? Yeah.
So you said back on what are the steps to get to where you are. That's something that somebody would ask you, someone who's like 2 or 3 years behind. So what is the steps that, if you were to basically break it down in like a few steps, like to get to where you are right now, what are the steps?
So 4 years undergrad, 4 years undergrad,
Okay.
and then 2 years teachers college.
Okay.
And then at that point, you need to start applying to, well, you should have, when you're in your last semester of teachers college, that's when you start applying to OCT, Ontario College of Teachers, so that by the time you graduate, hopefully they'll give you your certification so you can start working.
Okay.
And then even during your last semester, that's when you should also start applying to school boards around you to get onto the supply list.
Okay.
So that, everything, you can start working right away, start working in September right away, and that you're not in limbo waiting for your career to start, basically.
Fair enough. So get a jump start on it when you're on your last semester.
Yeah.
Interesting. And when, like, for the undergrad, like, what is there a limited amount of things you can take for like your undergrad going in the direction of a teacher? Like, you took humanity, right? But what are the other things you could take?
I think you can take anything.
Oh, really?
You can take anything. If you want to be a high school teacher, I know you have to have 2 teachables, and teachables are certain courses a certain amount of courses that you have to take in university to get you to be able to be certified to teach science, for example.
What is a teachable?
So teachables, so to get a teachable can be math, science, social science. It's basically just a way of saying, yeah, I'm qualified to teach science. That is my teachable. Okay. And in order to get your teachable, you have to take a certain amount of courses in university to be able to say, yeah, I took enough courses in university to be able to teach science or to be able to teach math. I don't know exactly how high school teachers their process is like, but I'm assuming that this is like a vague
standard.
Standard.
Sorry, I know, I was just thinking that that's an interesting question. True. What did I ask you before that? Oh yeah. Okay, so you could take basically like almost anything for your undergrad and then 2 years teachers college. You went to Buffalo for teachers college, right? Why did you decide to go there?
So at the time I was working as a ECE, and I was in an LTO. So are we really loud? People keep looking.
No, they're just interested. Okay. The volume is a little bit low out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the time, I was working as an ECE in an LTO for like 2 years or something along those lines. And I wanted to become a teacher. And I could not give up like my life for 2 years of school. Like I couldn't, like I just wasn't reasonable, like wasn't feasible for me. The main reason why I chose Buffalo is because I could still work and make money from Monday to Friday in my career and then go to school on the weekends, every other weekend. So I wasn't giving up anything per se. Like I was still able to make money. If I didn't go to Buffalo and I did one of the teachers' colleges in Ontario, I would have to stop my career, go back to working part-time, not making enough money to be able to pay for my tuition because I'd be in school Monday to Friday from 8 to 4 or whatever that was. So for me in my life and being able to survive, really, I had to, be able to keep my career, keep my Monday to Friday, and then go to school on the weekends. And that's what Madai was offering, and that's what I took.
So were you driving to Buffalo? Or were you
No.
Buffalo?
So I was like very lucky. I did not need to drive. I didn't need to go anywhere. I did everything online. All my courses were online.
Okay.
But now, and that was because of COVID. And now, unfortunately, or not unfortunately, well, I guess there are pros and cons to it. I would have loved to be on campus, obviously, and I feel like it would have benefited me a lot more than being on screen, 100%. But unfortunately, students who Canadian students who are going to Madai, they have to travel back and forth now, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to travel back
to do that. I got lucky.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
But.
Well, that is amazing. That's great.
Yeah.
Madai. Great.
Did I bore you?
No. Why would you say that?
I don't know. You look bored. Are you bored?
No. I might cancel my piano thing.
Why? Why? We have time. We can end it.
Do you want to end it?
It's up to you, Rennie. Do you want me to keep talking? I can keep talking.
Okay, I'm going to cancel my piano thing. Give me a second.
I only paid for half an hour.
Okay.
It's fine. No worries.
I don't think. Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure?
Okay. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna make a call.
What's a radio station?
Hello. I'm good, dude. How are you doing? I'm good. So I'm just at Safari. Wait, let me just go off this whole.
Mic check? Yeah. Oh no. Why am I?
Love it. We are back
With
Jess. Yeah. Jess. What?
We're asking me questions.
yeah.
Well, we gotta like.
Why is the
include
music
you.
on?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a bit loud, right? Like that is. I play the music in the background a little bit, so while we're talking, there's background music the whole entire time.
Why?
Cause it's fun.
Oh, okay.
It's cool. I'll put it low though, so you can hear. Mic check. Okay. Jess, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Jess is a criminal lawyer.
I thought she was a dentist. What the
I
heck?
thought she was an archaeologist.
Oh shit! You're not a zookeeper?
Damn.
What the heck?
Sorry to disappoint.
I'm sorry.
So much for fossil fuel.
Oh my gosh. The politicians like just suck.
Shout out to Hyperboy. Oh. Hyperboy said, yeah, The Outsiders was.
A great book and movie.
Oh, yeah, The Outsiders, haha, Pony Boy. And then he said, haha, fuck Twilight.
Yes.
All right, shout out to Hyperbro. Don't know who you are because that's not your real name, obviously, but much love.
How dirty are these?
If you want to tell me who you are, I'd be like, yo, what's
think so?
good? Maybe it's T-Lax, maybe it's
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Twitchy. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that. Okay, yeah, Jess, you're studying criminology?
No.
What are you studying? Psychology. Jess is studying psychology. But then why are you taking forensics?
As a minor. I need a major and 2 minors. Or
Ye-
2 majors.
2 majors and 2 minors. So what are your majors and minors?
Major psychology, minor sociology and forensics.
And forensic sociology and forensics. Interesting. What made you want to get into psychology in the first place?
I don't know, it's just the most interesting.
See,
thing
isn't
to
it
me.
awkward, like hard to answer these questions?
Yeah.
Like you don't think about it.
Yeah, literally. I don't know, it's just interesting to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Helping people through their problems.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. No wonder we get along. We have a lot of problems. I'm just joking.
Oh my god.
That's amazing. We just interviewed Mariam about teaching and all that fun stuff, and we're gonna ask Mariam about her as Mariam.
Oh my god.
So what is Mariam like to do on her spare time other than
What
hate
does
me?
Mariam like to do in her spare time? Do I have spare time? After I come home from working in the
Yep.
school, I
at
go
the
to the restaurant.
What do you eat at the restaurant?
I eat. What's my favorite food at the restaurant? I hate
Chicken candy house
everything, bro.
salad.
I
Substitute
like, I
salmon.
don't eat the tenders.
I don't either. I don't
It's
like
so
them.
gross. I don't know.
You hate the tenders?
I hate the
Yeah.
tenders.
Toss some buffalo butter.
It's so
dipped in
gross.
maple
Okay, you know
Dijon?
what I really like?
Ew.
Are tacos. Chicken tacos are good.
Chicken tacos.
Those are tenders though.
Yippee dippy dip.
Is that
Anyways,
how it sounds?
chicken tacos are good. Bow tie pasta only when Brayden makes it.
Braden or Bryden?
Bryden, sorry, Bryden.
Those are 2 different people.
Bryden.
Yeah.
You know Bryden.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you gonna describe him? Right?
Oh my god.
Okay,
guys.
that's great. Yeah, the
Um,
pasta is great. I gotta say.
Chicken bow tie. Bruce makes it okay.
Okay.
I like Bruce.
Sorry,
burgers.
Bruce. Yeah, your burgers are good,
Bruce
but I like
makes
the
fire kids
bow
burgers.
tie better. Bryden. Bryden.
If Bruce is awake, he said he would tune in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, but it's almost his
Wake
bed. He's supposed to wake up at 5, isn't he?
He has to go to work.
Oh shit, yeah.
I don't know if he's working.
Oh my god, we should make them play it on their phones.
We
On
will.
this- on this-
We will. It'll be
On the
great.
radio.
And talk shit. Yikes. But yeah, that's what what do you like to
Huh?
eat there?
Chicken tacos.
Chicken tacos?
Kids burgers. Nachos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
nachos.
the burgers, but the problem is the last bite always tastes so disgusting.
Really?
Yeah.
The kids
Fries.
burgers or like regular
no,
burgers?
regular epic burger with
Oh.
with no cheddar.
See,
What? Oh,
And
okay.
the
Wait, you still
fries
get the
and-
2 cheeses, just no
Yeah,
cheddar.
yeah.
Interesting.
no, I
And the
don't
fries
even
and the
get
mayo.
that. I just get kids burger, kids cheeseburger with, cause it's like that's a good amount.
Yeah.
Like
It is. It's a. The only problem I don't
me,
like
it
with the
is.
burger is that I feel like it gets burnt if because it's such a thin patty sometimes.
yeah, but it's like a.
I know what I'm talking
char.
about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like a char.
And
It's
then you
blackened
get,
burger.
You get pomerang, lettuce, and pickles.
Pomerang.
The mayo?
Pomerang.
Oh, okay.
It's like, what's that?
Yeah.
Do you even work
Huh?
at our restaurant?
Yeah.
literally.
Maple palm mayo.
No, it's not maple palm.
It is. I wrote it down in a book.
It's
Maple
pomerang
palm
mayo.
vinaigrette is what we call
yeah, yeah,
our-
true.
And then maple palm Dijon
Yeah.
mustard.
Palm. Okay, it's palm mayo. Is it made out of real pomegranate?
maple
seeds?
Dijon. I don't say maple palm Dijon. I say maple Dijon. For the
I say, yeah, I just say maple barb.
maple barbecue.
Well, we do have that. Maple Dijon too, yeah.
You know what would be good? Putting
honey mustard.
The fuck is honey mustard? We have honey mustard?
No, but
No,
I
we
just
don't.
say it's honey mustard.
What? It's not honey mustard at all.
It's sweet mustard
But it's grainy.
with grainy mustard.
So how do you
Grainy
describe,
palm mayo. That's how I
guys,
describe it.
How
Now
do you
I remember.
describe our mayo that goes on the burgers?
Grainy palm mayo.
I don't say
I
it.
feel
mayo,
like
but
these
it's
people
not palm
outside really
mayo.
want to hear this conversation. Because like, should we turn it on again?
Yeah, sure.
Actually? Okay. So random, just talking about.
Oh, we're turning it off. Oh, I don't know.
I don't care. You want them to hear about palm mayo?
Yeah, literally.
Whatever, it's on. I describe it
don't
as
describe it. I just say it's a mayo, like it's like a Dijon mayo.
I say it's grainy palm mayo. Like what's in our burgers?
Palminary mayo, you say?
Grainy palm mayo.
I just say mayo.
Why do you
though.
say palm?
Because I don't
Say
know how
the
to
full
say
thing.
it.
Palmamary.
Is it
Palmamary?
pomegranate?
It's not pomegranate.
Then what's a palm?
Palmamary.
Pommeri.
I can't.
Wait, what is pomegranate?
What?
Is that? Are you serious?
So we have the palm mayo.
Yeah.
Sorry, palm
Pomeranian.
vinaigrette. Palminary vinaigrette on our salads, and then
Yeah.
we have our palm mayo
Yeah.
on our burgers. But how do you say the palmamary?
Wait, what's the difference between
Pomegranate.
pomegranate? What's pomegranate? Isn't that the
Pomegranate is
red
a
thing with the
fruit.
seeds inside?
Yes.
So that's
Then why do we
not.
call it palminary? What's the heck is
Pomerania.
palmare?
What's pomere?
It's a grainy mustard.
No, but why palm? Just say mustard mayo then.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what would be great? Substituting that for garlic aioli in your burger. I just
No.
realized. Why? That sounds
I've
bomb.
done that once
Uh-oh.
because we ran out of palm.
And?
But I'm obsessed with Pomeranian.
I love it.
And I
Dipped in fries.
fries?
Oh, you could
She
dip it
got-
in
And I
fries.
got you
With
guys on it,
fries,
guys,
yeah.
bro.
Like the
'Cause I
burger
would just
sauce
do-
with fries dipped
Yeah.
on
I
it?
would just do USC because I love the USC with fries.
Do you know what our
But
USC sauce
palm.
is? I would tell you what I tell people. It's our house-made spicy blended mayo. Oh, but I say it like
just
this.
say it's Frank's and mayo.
Oh my god, you know what I say? I'm
What?
like, it's comparable to Chipotle mayo, just minus the heat, more of a tanginess.
That's actually pretty
It's true.
accurate.
Isn't it not?
I go like, I pretend I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
more
it's
heat,
just
a spicy blended mayo.
Because it's not,
It
it's like
has
watery
like a
as well.
slight heat.
No, I don't
That's why I
think
say
it's...
less heat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Minus
Do
the
you,
heat.
okay. Do you think the buffalo tacos are hot?
No?
I mean, I could feel like the heat a little bit, but it's not spicy.
You know what
'Cause
I'm
I've
craving
had a
now? The
table-
fucking tacos.
I've had a table where they accidentally. Oh. I've had a table where they accidentally made the buffalo tacos instead of barbecue because I said
Sub it,
specifically
yeah,
sub
yeah.
barbecue.
Yeah.
And the girl, her face was so red.
What? That's
And
because
I
she
went-
doesn't know
I
how
went
to handle
over
it.
and I'm like, how's everything tasting? She's like, are you sure that's barbecue?
Oh.
I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I can get a new one for you. And she's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'll just keep it for my husband. And I'm like, oh my god, I felt so bad. Like she could not handle it. And
So
I'm
you
like,
just let it go? You're like, hey, that was a barbecue?
no, I told her, I'm like, they must have. Because when I brought it, or like when they were bringing it out, I was walking behind and I'm like, that doesn't smell like barbecue. Because like the barbecue has like a strong scent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, doesn't smell like it. They put it on the table, whatever. And then I went over again and she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, they must have put the buffalo. So then I'm like, I can grab you a new one. It's like, it should be barbecue. The barbecue doesn't have any spice. It's not spicy. Because she was even saying, she's like, are you sure, like, it's not, the barbecue's not spicy? And I'm like, no, it's not. And
You know
so
what I've had
she
before?
freaked out.
You
Yeah.
What? What did you say?
No, did you end up bringing, like, barbecue tacos?
No, she was like, I'm fine. I even had, like, Ravi go over and she's like, no, I'm okay.
You know that happened, I think, to Connor's table?
The mix up with the
The
buffalo
shrimp
and the
think so,
barbecue.
too.
No, apparently the shrimp tacos
Were
were
spicy?
so spicy.
What?
The gorgonzola was so spicy.
So
Like,
this is why everybody in the world needs to work at a restaurant at least once in their life, so they
you
can realize how
encounter
ridiculous
the most
people are.
ridiculous people in the world.
Gorgonzola ranch is kind of bomb though.
I don't really like it.
I want to try to dip it with fries.
You know what Ben said yesterday?
What?
I'm like, hey, can you sub in whatever for gorgonzola? And he's like, blue cheese? or something like that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, do we even have blue cheese? She's like, yeah, it's a Gorgonzola ranch.
But that's our equivalent to blue cheese though. That is our
it?
blue cheese.
Really?
Well, wings go with blue cheese, but instead of that, we use Gorgonzola ranch.
But it doesn't taste like it at all.
No, it doesn't
Right?
taste like it at all. But I love blue cheese. Some people hate blue cheese.
I don't know what blue cheese tastes like. I've never had it because I think it's just. Or
Yeah,
I'm just assuming.
you know,
it is.
well, there's people that share your same opinion who are general managers of the place where we work at.
General managers who? What?
Well, no, Joe hates it.
Oh.
She's like, "Bleh."
What?
Blue cheese.
Really?
Yeah, I like blue cheese. Yesterday, I got a table, the tenders tossed in buffalo butter with USC sauce, a side of Gorgonzola ranch, and truffle fries, and a side of garlic aioli. I was like, all right, cool. Three
You know
sauces.
we're the only restaurant that charges for sauce.
Are you sure about
Because
that?
we don't like.
Oh,
if
you want me
order
to?
parm
Do you want me to
fries-
tell Jess about your story?
What story?
You and Isabella?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, they're hella mean to me. Anyways.
I wasn't mean. I was just asking you because I want you to make more money.
So I asked the kitchen. I'm like, hey, can I please have USE sauce? Because I don't know what his name is, but he's hella slow. But I don't give a fuck.
Yo.
He's so slow. He's so slow. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on.
I know, but let's dial it back so we don't. So if I show this to everybody, they're not gonna be like upset. Okay, fine. Out. He's
Edit
not
it
gonna see
out.
this.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, anyways, go ahead. I'm just joking.
Shit, now I
with-
feel bad.
Too slow. Okay. An older one or newer? I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Anyways, but he
So then
really like.
yeah. Anyway. So, and I'm like, hey, can I please get a USC sauce? And then I think Ben ended up getting it.
Yeah.
And then as I'm saying that, Rennie and Isabella were like, you don't even go to church for the sauces.
It wasn't like.
And I turned to them, and then Isabella's like, yeah, you gotta charge for the sauces. And I'm like, and I look at her, and I look at Rennie, and I'm like, yeah, so what? Rennie's like, you're gonna mess, he's like, well, it's your tip, you're gonna miss out on it. I'm like, okay. And at that point, should I have embarrassed you even further?
Yeah, you
and
should've.
said, I already punched it in, but they're taking so long? No, I'm like, you know what? I'll just miss it. And I didn't want to embarrass you any further. So then I
Sorry.
go to Rennie and I'm like, Rennie, you know you were hella mean and aggressive for no reason. And I'm like, I expect that from Isabel, whatever. Cool.
Yeah.
But Rennie,
Sorry.
and he's like, why don't you just tell me instead of making us look even more stupid? I'm like, me telling you, it made you guys look even more stupid.
I'm sorry.
Anyways,
I'm trying not to
yes.
be a hole in
That's
my
fine.
life.
That's okay.
I'm
All good.
sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I didn't mean like that. I was just like, you know.
Whatever.
Anyways, that's why you hate me, I guess.
Anyways, I was waiting about like 7 minutes or so. 7-8 minutes for sauce.
Damn. Was it busy?
Nope.
No.
Oh, good.
We're just
Okay.
standing around.
Dead. Not dead.
I don't know who that is.
I'm sure. Oh, sorry.
What? Is he older?
Doesn't she work at the other one though?
So we were not talking bad about anybody. Just checking.
Oh God.
Working in our
We're going to hell,
restaurants
huh?
Are we?
Yeah.
Is there a hell?
Is there a hell? Is there a hell?
Oh, this is a whole debate.
I'm too fucking tired to be talking about that right now. So we can talk about mindless shit.
Mindless stuff.
Yeah.
All right, mindless batter.
Batter? Are you thinking about our fish and
Fish
chips?
chips. The initial fish and chips.
Yep.
Yeah, and light on the batter. Easy.
Honestly, I kind of want to try it light on batter.
There's somebody that comes in and always gets it like that.
Light on batter. What the fuck does that even
Just
mean?
like-
Like, it's not as thick. Because, like, when you get it, it's so thick.
Yeah.
It honestly looks so much better when it's lightly battered.
There's a guy that comes in. Well, when I was doing a lot of days, he fixes he already has he has a lot of money already, but as a side hustle, he fixes ATVs and ski-doos and all these other crazy things. But he always gets that. That's my whole point of saying that story. Anyways,
Okay.
yeah, light on the batter, fish and chips. I'm tired too. Okay, sorry.
You didn't even talk today, so.
What are you talking about? I didn't talk. I had to conjure
a
up
few questions.
questions.
The same questions over and over again, huh?
Were they the same questions? I had to.
There was
I
two.
had to-
Did I hurt your? Yeah.
You
Did I
did
hurt
not.
your feelings?
No, you did not hurt my feelings.
Okay.
I had to actively listen to you and come up with questions on
Yeah,
the fly.
half the time you're like this.
No, because I'm thinking and observing. That's how I think.
Oh my God. Do you think though?
I think it goes. I try to think.
Anyways.
What did you order from Starbucks again? Can you repeat your
Oh
order?
my God. Why?
Because it's just a great order.
Why is it a great order? Did you guys make fun of me?
No, but we did.
Venti black iced coffee with only 2 pumps of white mocha,
Uh-huh.
no classic syrup, vanilla sweet cream cold foam, and light ice.
That literally held up the line so much.
It was so funny. It was hilarious.
Like,
Because
she was trying to move on. She's like, okay, that's it. And I'm like, no, can you add sweet cream gold foam to that? And 2 pumps light ice, and she's like, hold on. And then I'm like, okay, your price is this. And I'm like, no, can I get a grande matcha latte? And she's like, okay, this is your price. And I'm like, no, can I add another thing? Like, she really tried getting through us quick.
Is there a sushi place? I'm hungry as fuck.
I'm hungry
there's
too.
Bento. It's in
Is that a sushi
the
place? That is.
building that way.
You guys want to get food?
I'm hungry.
I'm not sure
down.
if it's open. Actually, it's the furthest building from here.
What's around here then?
It's 5:04.
Line Duck is right here, so it's like chicken wraps, fries,
Let's see if I can
poutines,
They got
buffalo chicken wrap,
her favorite.
burgers. You have, yeah, I don't know what's open now.
Oh, bento. I think it's closing at 6. If it's the one that's, yeah, I think that's this one. Blind.
What does it say?
It says it's this one over here. I'm assuming that's the one, right?
Did we get our tips?
I don't think we got our tips. I got deducted
Oh, yeah, it is.
21
It is
bucks
that one.
last week.
How the hell did we not get our
Those are
tips yet?
What?
How do we not get our tips yet?
You drain out your tips?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I was gonna do that, but then I'm like, I'll just use it as my spending money. So I use my tip card as my spending. Most of the
I should
time.
do that. But
That's fair.
I just don't like not having more money in my bank account.
I know.
That
I
is
like.
fair.
I was
More money.
I was checking my bank account. I'm like, did they pay me today?
Oh my God! Tomorrow we're getting paid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't worked that much though, so it's not gonna be in a lot.
This will be my last week at the poor credit job. And I got my pay stub today. That means I'll be getting one more pay stub from them in 2 weeks. Damn. That's crazy.
Guys, I'm fucking free.
Let's go get something to eat. But where? You want to go to Bento? They close at 6 though. But it's 5.
Yeah, you can get a custom poke bowl there if you. There's a Subway also there and a quesada.
Oh,
That's
a
there.
quesada, the Mexican place?
Yeah.
I get that at like 3 in the morning sometimes because they're open
That's
till
all
6.
together in that building. The other building is like soup, salads, pizza.
Oof. What? I could go for a sandwich and a
Ooh,
soup.
what kind of pizza?
Ooh, I could go for
pizza?
a wood oven pizza. It's wood oven pizza too.
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't. Is it open?
Ooh.
I don't know what it's called though.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry. What to eat?
Yeah, you can literally search up the buildings. There's booster juice. Oh, food truck schedule. There's a schedule. Stop. Pizza off campus. Pita Pit where? Oh, it's yeah. This is not here.
Good old
North.
pita pit.
Booster juice. Second cup.
I'm fine with anything. I'm just hella fucking hungry.
Yeah, okay. Let's,
can
let's
taste
get
my
something
breath.
to eat. Okay.
Tim Horton.
Do you want to walk in the direction of the bento or something?
You want bento?
Or quesada or like whatever. They have all the other options.
Yeah, it's those three. On the way there, you have to pass the salad one.
Okay.
The
Are you
pizza-
warning me?
No, I'm just.
All right,
telling
guys. Thank you
It's
so
on
much
the
for tuning
other
in.
side.
Proetic Radio. Oh, you want to say bye-bye to the peeps?
Sorry.
you. See ya.
Bye!
Peace.